On February 20th, 2021 in Boynton Beach, Florida, police officers respond to a call about a woman who vanished after visiting a man she trusted. When they reach his home, the man welcomes them, talking too much and trying to control the entire conversation.
No, because she didn't do nothing. She's not a thief, blah, 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 but no. Yeah. Well, you married her, so now you're supposed to marry only out of love. I thought I needed her to help me with my mother and help me with my house because I'm in the middle of trying to fix crap up and, I can't do everything at one time. And I figured it'd be a good relationship, but no. I was just the biggest fool that she was. And she's trying to steal my ID too. She took my fucking bank, my check card. She took that thing and I just canceled that crap.
This man here, Roberto Colon, married 45-year-old Mary Stella Gomez in less than 1 month of meeting her. He wanted her to take care of his elderly mother, and in exchange, he promised to help her get American citizenship. But not long after they tied the knot, Mary went missing, and what investigators would uncover would shock them to their bones. Mary, originally from Colombia, had come to the United States to seek greener pastures, but her life had been unstable because her status did not give her the opportunity to work and earn properly. About a month after the wedding, Mary disappeared. In this footage gotten from the Boynton Beach Police Department, officers sit down with Roberto trying to understand what happened to his new wife.
So, fill me in a little bit about you and Marie. How did she get into your mom's lives?
I don't know. I think the neighbors told me, downstairs neighbors, that the clinic that my mother goes to had someone sent her over there, but she couldn't work at the clinic because she wasn't, a legal resident.
Okay, so your mom lives
by herself.
And where is that?
In Hialeah.
In Hialeah. Okay. And is that like an assisted?
No, it's a condo. She owns her condo.
Okay. So when does Marie come into the picture first?
I don't know
what
date. To me, on the phone, 2 weeks prior to, or 2 or 3 weeks prior to my going to visit on December the 25th.
So 2 or 3 weeks prior to that?
Yeah, is when I first started talking to her, yeah.
Okay, so she just answered the phone one time?
Yeah, no, every time.
I mean, but the first time you spoke to her, she just answered the phone?
Yeah, in place of my mother.
Okay, and did she speak English?
No, not at all.
Do you speak Spanish?
I speak Spanish, but not at the speed she speaks it.
Okay, but you were able, did you ask her
communicate?
who
Yeah. She said she was taking care of my mother, blah, 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 and went forward with it,
Okay, and did you ask her like how did this deal get arranged? Like, does your mom have access to money or?
My mother had $12,000, but she just paid her condo off last year. But she had $12,000 in the bank account, but she doesn't spend money.
Okay.
So she had money in her account.
Okay, and did you know if there was like a deal worked out between your mom and Marie, like
room and board?
Room and board. And
basically my understanding, and every once in a while I'll give her some money to, do whatever. But she says she was going out and working, which,
doing what?
Cleaning houses, but I don't believe it.
Okay. So, room and board, and I guess you also spoke to your mother, and your mother had said that
my mother
that was okay.
Doesn't carry on a good conversation. So when I went over there December the 25th, she kept saying, "Pregúntale, pregunta," which means ask him, and I didn't know what the hell she was going to ask me, but then I started to figure out that she wanted me to help her stay,
Okay.
So as of that point, we started talking about my helping her stay in the country.
Okay, and what did you know about her at that point? Where was she from?
She says, Colombia, but she says that she's some kind of medical technician in Colombia, and that she and her husband had beat her up, and she had left with her kids and had been here for 2 years. Yeah.
So, and originally the deal was you were going to marry her so that she could become legal here.
Yeah.
And in return, she would take care of your mom at your house here in Boynton.
Yeah.
Okay.
In December 2020, Mary was in a dire situation after more than 2 years in the United States with almost nothing to show for it. Though trained as a medical technician in Colombia, she was unable to find steady work because of her immigration status. When she turned up at Roberto's mother's condo in Hialeah, Florida, she was looking for a side job and a place to sleep. She had effectively become homeless. Her story moved Roberto's mother, and after she advocated for Mary, Roberto agreed to marry his new helper on the promise that he would help secure her stay in the country if Mary took care of his mother. But soon, cracks began to appear. Mary started meddling with the elderly woman's finances. The first report came barely weeks after they were legally married.
Okay, so, but you were saying you saw that during the span of 4 days that there was $1,100
Yeah.
taken out?
Yeah.
You mean 1,100 or 11,000?
1,100.
1,100.
I mean, it was from the ATM, a
Withdrawal.
particular ATM withdrawal, you know, on
Okay.
one machine only. And it was 200, 500, it was 1,100 or so.
And then on top of that, the 8,000 and the 2,000?
2,000, and also.
And you couldn't see where they went to?
No.
You just saw that there was a transfer to Bank of America?
On one day, she went to Michael Kors. I don't know if you know what it is. I don't really know what it is, but she went to one in Sunrise, and she went to one in Miami and bought the exact same thing twice.
With your mom's debit card?
With my mom's debit card.
And they showed you that at Chase?
It's all on the paper that they gave me. They printed it all out. I got it all at home.
You got it at the house?
Because I went to the bank and they showed me a signature on a check that wasn't my mother's. But I was telling them, there's something wrong here. All my mother's money is gone. The only one that has access to this is you.
And is she denying
Yeah, she said,
any
no,
wrongdoing?
but my mother's, all her information was on her phone. You know, the bank, she had the bank thing in her phone, app in the phone. I don't know how she got it.
And the phone is still missing at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. And she denies any
Yeah.
wrongdoing?
He stated that within a space of 4 days, his mother's bank account, which had more than $12,000, was drained to less than $200. On February 12, 2021, Roberto had been called by his mother's condo neighbor who overheard her struggling with Mary. The elderly woman claimed that Mary had stolen her phone, which contained her banking details, and had used her privilege of being her daughter-in-law to empty her bank account. This development angered Roberto, and he drove from his home in Boynton Beach to Hialeah to sort things out. But things had gotten out of hand. His mother's account balance had been drained. He got even angrier when the realtor called. Mary had placed his mother's condo on sale without his knowledge or consent.
The next day, the realtor called me, saying that she had sold the house.
So where did this realtor come into play? Because this is the first I hear of it. So.
Yeah, that's the first I heard of it.
Okay, so
I
just
knew
some random-
that they had come, that she had put it up to sale originally.
Your mom did?
No, Marie did. She's the one that contacted the realtor.
And you were okay with that?
I had no idea at that point.
This was Roberto on the day Mary was reported missing. Listen as he voices his frustration to the officer who had come in response to the missing person report.
I don't know what to do. I don't want to ingress my mother. She worked all her life for that apartment, and she put her apartment up for sale. She put her apartment up for fucking sale, you know? This is the realtor's thingamajig. And when I confronted her with this, says, no, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
But in the midst of this chaos, Mary suddenly disappears. The last time anyone heard from her was on February 18th. On that day, she was on a call with one of her friends called Margarita when she suddenly screamed, "No, no, no, Roberto!" And then the line disconnected, and when Margarita tried to call back, the call was directed to voicemail. She drove to Roberto's house the following day, but there was no sign of her friend. She reported her missing, and when investigators kept searching, this is 15 days after Mary was reported missing, and here officers search Roberto's backyard. And then they came across a newly made pavement which looked very suspicious. They found Mary buried headless under the pavement. Roberto had brutally ended her life. He had hit her on the head with a metal pipe. The entire relationship, from when they met to their wedding and her death, lasted less than 60 days. In the aftermath, Roberto was sentenced to life in prison, and Mary's severed head was never recovered.